Hi, this is needlepointers.com, and today I'd like to show you how to resize a pattern on your Brother Innovis 4000D machine. Okay, so on this machine you have two modes. You have embroidery and embroidery edit. In order to resize the pattern, you must click on the embroidery edit button so that you can edit your pattern. Then to load it, I press the USB. I'm going to load a pattern off my USB stick. So I press the USB button and I'm picking a pattern and I click set. So that gets the pattern into my machine. You can see it's a little heart pattern, and you can see by the screen here that currently it requires a pretty small hoop. It's the my second sized hoop up, and the pattern is 3.35 by 3.87 in dimensions. So in order to size your pattern, you have some buttons down here at the bottom, and you can press the button size, and then you have some options for sizing. Generally, most of the time I would think I will always want to size the pattern proportionally so that it doesn't get out of whack. But I mean, you could need to use these buttons if for some reason you want to just stretch it or shrink it on one axis or the other. But mostly if I want to resize a pattern to make it either bigger or smaller, I'll use one of these two buttons at the top, this one to make it smaller and this one to make it larger. Okay, so if I want to make this pattern slightly larger, I can press this button to make it larger proportionally, which means that it will enlarge it the same amount in both directions so that it doesn't get distorted. If I press it a couple times, you can see that now it's moved up to the next size hoop, and it's 3.49 by 4.02. Your machine will only allow you to expand or shrink a pattern by a certain amount before it stops allowing you to do it. This is because it can't reliably fill in all the stitches properly. It doesn't know how to do it as you get it too big. So eventually, as I press this, it should come to a point where it doesn't want to go any larger, like there. So now it won't let me make it any bigger than that. Now when you enlarge the pattern, you probably would want to do a test run to make sure that it's going to print out or stitch out the way that you would like it to be. Because as I said, as you make the pattern larger, it might make it not fill in all the stitches properly the way it would when it's a smaller size. So if you had the option of a larger pattern, it probably would be better to use that instead of trying to enlarge it. But enlarging it by a small amount one way or the other sometimes is helpful, because I've had patterns that when I load them up, they're in a large hoop, larger than I was expecting and larger than I actually wanted to use. So I've shrunk them, and sometimes if you just shrink them by like one or two clicks, it will bonk down to the lower or the smaller size hoop. So this button's to large and this button's to make it smaller, and it's the same. And then once you have the size that you want, you can click the close button that's at the bottom here, and then you click edit end. That's all there is to resizing a pattern. If you enjoyed this video, please click the like button and share and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have lots of other machine embroidery projects and information on our website, needlepointers.com.